Hi, it's Linda Fox. I'm senior reporter with PhocusWire, and I'm in the studio at the World Aviation Festival with our partner, Dohop. David Gunnarrsson, CEO of the company. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about your work with EasyJet worldwide. How has that evolved over the past year?
Well, we launched with EasyJet 2 years ago, and from something that was quite small for them to now being something very significant, and it has evolved significantly and changed over time. It started out as maybe a way for them to partner with a couple of airlines, but now the amount of airlines in there is up to 15. And there have been a lot of learnings along the way, a lot of interesting developments and how this has evolved. And we've started partnering with other airlines. So we've also launched with Eurowings. We are launching with probably 6-7 more airlines throughout the course of the rest of the year. So
all within the same worldwide partnership?
No. This is separate businesses. Okay. So essentially, the way that we would talk about this is that EasyJet have their own platform, mm-hmm. and they then bring in partners to that platform, okay. who are now up to about 15. And then when I mention other airlines, that's about them having their own platforms, bringing in new partners there. There's a bit of a network effect. So EasyJet launches a platform with partners. Many of those partners turn around and say, we'd like to have some of that as well.
Okay. Now, you can also partner with airlines. That's another way to do
airports.
Airports.
Indeed. Yeah, we do. And we do. Obviously, all of this started for us when we partnered with Gatwick Airport back in 2015. So they were really the trailblazer.
That was the Gatwick Connect.
Yes, that was Gatwick Connect. Well, initially this started with Via Milano, which was the model that was launched in 2012-13.
Okay.
But Gatwick Connect was the first time we took this through to the entire booking process, which is key. And the servicing on the ground at Gatwick, the protected connection and all that. Those are the key elements to having a pleasant experience in the transit airport.
Sure. As opposed to having your bag lost? Or?
Yes, for example. And that's why we work with airports as well. An airport is if you're transiting, if you're connecting somewhere, the airport is part of that.
Sure.
And allowing the airport to become more and more, take more of that responsibility for your bag, giving you access to fast track security or immigration, lounges, these things. That's really important. It's important to the customer.
Now, Dohop took the decision some years ago to go firmly down the business-to-business market as opposed to B2C like some other players. Why was that?
Well, first of all, not firmly enough because we still have a consumer website, but yes, we saw and we do on a very small scale sell virtual interline connections under our own brand as well, mm-hmm. but we see a more sustainable model in working with airlines, sitting on their side, providing, giving them the tools to virtually interline with other airlines as opposed to us selling it. So we think that's a more sustainable model. It's a model that airlines prefer, and it gives them options. They can use strictly this. They can use this as a complement to traditional interline or code share. It really gives an airline many more options. It gives ultimately travelers many more options, and we think this is more sustainable.
Okay. Now, airlines are traditionally not an easy bunch to work with. They are a traditional bunch. They are, they have to abide by a lot of regulations, safety, security, etc. So, what is it like knocking on those airline doors in terms of the sort of virtual interlining message?
I think it has become easier, definitely. We have our friends at Kiwi.com to think for that partly because they a lot of credit. Amazing company. They blazed the trail in terms of virtual interline. I think I can walk into an airline today and say, well, we provide this virtual interline toolkit, and they get it. Mm-hmm. They know what that's about. Whereas 5 years ago, nobody had the faintest idea. So, and it's an industry topic. It's a relevant industry topic, and that has changed quite a bit. Now, airlines are can be obviously very different one from the other. We currently work with a lot of low-cost airlines. And that's because this fits very well as a model for them. But we also have some full service carriers in the works, and we have full service carriers as partners of low cost airlines. So I think that's going to take a bit more time. Usually when we speak to a full service carrier, it's more about trying to fit this into their existing view of the world.
Yeah, do they see it as co-chair?
Yeah,
is it the future of co-chair?
It may well be. It's not for me to say. IATA has some interesting things going on down that route, some interesting in-house projects. But I think, yeah, I mean, for some airlines, they totally get it, and they work the way we work. They see the world as we do. Others are trying to fit this into the world they know, and maybe the world they're comfortable in. But 10 years down the road, I'm not sure we're still going to be sitting in that world.
Okay, David Gunnarrsson, Dohop, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.